What's going on, guys? Jeff in it here. We are going to be looking at this tweet on X that has had everyone in the Marvel Rivals community just in a frenzy lately. This has gone super viral, 5.9 million views on this 10-second clip, captioned, "How am I even supposed to respond to this?" So we're going to talk about this, but real quick, if you haven't subbed yet, please do so. I'm a married guy. I got a toddler, so the more subs I have, the more likely it is that my wife will let me play. So I'm trying to game as much as possible. Help a guy out, all right? This clip is from a strategist perspective. This is from Cloak's perspective. Let's just go ahead and watch it so you can see it first before we start talking about it. Okay. So the question, how am I even supposed to respond to this, is certainly something coming from Cloak's perspective here of like, well, how do I respond to this? What am I even supposed to do? Black Panther just comes in, I get nuked, that's it. Like, how am I even supposed to play? The dive meta is a very, very real thing right now, and the situation for strategists right now is not the most like friendly or open-minded. Conversations about the whole thing are just not super helpful. DPS players are constantly complaining about strategists. Tanks are constantly complaining about strategists, and strategists are just complaining about not having any help. They're not having any assistance in the back line. No one's helping them with divers. Everything's put on their shoulders and everybody complains about them. So this is, I believe, in my opinion, would have come out in regards to the whole situation right now. This is from April 27th, where people have said that strategists are like just garbage. But then they're like, well, how do I deal with this? Tell me how I'm supposed to deal with this. Buffs came out recently for strategists, but the dive meta is still very much alive and still very difficult to deal with if you don't have help from your team. But I will say, in my opinion, there's a lot more going on here than just a really fast time to kill from Black Panther. So there's 4 instances of damage. You can see he does both spears and then both dashes. So that's his skills on cooldown now. He used everything to pull that off and get out of there. So, I mean, yeah, he hit 4 skills. I don't know that it's that ridiculous, to get a kill on Cloak because of that. That's his role, right? His role is to nuke the back line. That's what he did. It is pretty fast. But there's a lot more going on with this situation than just this fast TTK, right? So in my opinion, as a strategist main, there are a handful of mistakes and errors involved in this clip even happening in the first place. So mistake number 1, okay, why is she backing up here and what's this turn about? She is with the team, stops, goes back a little bit, turns, looks back towards spawn. Now her team's farther away from her. Look at the gap that she's created between, and she being Dagger, the gap that Dagger has now between herself and the team. This gap didn't exist a moment ago. When we look back here before she does her little twirl, they're much closer to each other, but already they're cutting that corner in and she's going far wide to the right. I don't know why. And then she loops back, spins around, looks. I don't know why she's doing that. You're not like expediting your route at all. Second, I don't know why she's looking at base. The enemy's not going to come from there. The enemy's going to come from the right. And if you listen closely, you can hear Black Panther's footsteps, but there's no call outs, there's no mark, there's no pinging happening. He's able to just come in, isolate her because she's created so much space between herself and her team that now nobody can help her. Even if Black Panther did come in and single her out like that, if you're by your team, that's full skills used. Your team can maybe then make that a 1-for-1 trade because he could still come in and nuke her amongst teammates. Like that can happen. But at least your team is there to clean that up and then even things up. But because so much space has been created unnecessarily by this movement that's happening here, that's why you're alone. Like you weren't alone, but now you are. The other side of this is, and like this is just something that you're going to see, especially in the lower lobbies, and man, it kills me. It's just low map awareness and acknowledgement of proper routes to take. This line here, you shouldn't be taking that route. To go down here, low ground here, to go down these stairs and follow this path all the way up around this corner It's not smart. This is not the route to play. This is a straight shot. The enemy can peek this corner and shoot at you with almost no consequence. And you are just wide open here with no cover. If you're going to go this way, this far away, you come out of spawn and you want to go far left, you go up top here. You can go up top. It's flat ground. Anybody can go up there. You can jump up over here on the left. You can walk over this way. You have cover. Now you have high ground. On the enemy being down here, you now have the high ground. And you can drop down, go in the building, and you can loop around within the building with cover to get to the objective. If you do take this low ground route, you have no cover. And when you go around the corner, now the enemy has high ground at the objective point. If we learned anything from Star Wars, do not attack people when they have the high ground. You need to find a way to advantage the map into your favor, and going this route and like being all like twirly about it and not paying attention, like this is not the play. If you're going to go this way, you go up top. But if you're not going to go up top, you're not going to go this way, you go this way through the building. All four of these people shouldn't even be here right now, in my opinion. They should be up here, or they should have gone as a group through the building here around to the right side where they have a level playing field going into the objective. All of this is just a mistake. You're kind of allowing what happens here to happen because of the bad positioning. Cloak is not paying attention, looking at spawn, creates distance between herself and her team, leaves herself vulnerable to a Black Panther whose footsteps you can hear coming from the way that you should have all been going in the first place. So, and feel free to disagree with me here, but the only way to respond to this is you need to pay attention. You need to be paying more attention. Like, she doesn't even get a skill off here. She doesn't even have the reaction time to even drop like the healing orb on herself, which you could hit one. She has time. She has time to drop that. Is that going to save her? I don't know. Maybe it'll make him back off, but like there's no reaction time here. This Cloak is not paying attention at all. Team's not paying attention. She's not paying attention. They're taking a sketch route. They even split. The tank goes off all by himself while the DPS players, the Thor and Scarlet, go into the building. I mean, look at what's Magneto doing. He's over there all by himself. There are just a lot of things going on in this clip that just really speak to low map knowledge, low awareness, and I hate to say it, but low skill. I'm a strategist main. This does not happen to me. This is not the norm in my gameplay, but this is the norm for a lot of people. And I think right now everyone's just primed to blame everybody else. I honestly feel like since the advent of streaming and creating gaming content, literally anybody that picks up a competitive game just thinks that they should be a pro and everybody else is the problem. Like, we all need to reset here. We all make mistakes. We all can't be pro. We just need to reset and look at things differently. It's not always somebody else's fault. I would say 95% of the time it's your fault. There are so many other things that could have happened here that would have changed the way that this turned out. But we're not seeing those things happen. And I would say it is the Cloak player's fault for this situation. Then the team is also partially to blame. Like I said, they're taking a bad route. They shouldn't even be going there in the first place. So anyway, that's my take on this. This has been going super viral, so I thought it was worth talking about. If you guys have any thoughts on this, please let me know in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I'll see you in the next video.